There's the entrepreneurial aspects of figuring out how you connect to your audiences, to the students, to the faculty. You have to develop your interpersonal and verbal skills. You have to create programming that will be engaging to the students in their generation, the generation of now in school, graduate and undergraduate, that takes advantage of all of their experiences in music, which, as you know, is becoming more and more and more eclectic. And the repertoire is spilling over into other genres and other styles. And I guess I'd say that that's another skill set to develop. While you're probably focusing on the Central European kind of classical music, if you're not reaching out beyond those boundaries, it's going to limit you as younger starting out quartets. It's a huge luxury for a group like the Takács to play the Beethoven cycles and the Schubert cycles and the Haydn and the Brahms and all of that. And of course, they're exploring the newer repertoire as well. But I believe that your generation of string quartets can't afford that luxury, and you'll find other wonderful avenues to explore, looking at the repertoire of New Amsterdam and Indy and the composers you like of your generation that you would like to support and perform. All of that is part of connecting to American society as we find it today. And this all, I think, comes back to the entrepreneurial approach you've got to use. And think in terms of the beginning as figuring out your business model. When the Takács first came to Boulder, which was before my time, actually, their salaries were based on the revenue from the concerts they presented. And as a result, it was the only duty they had was to do those concerts. That's one way to approach these things. And what you've got to do is you've got to not only have the verbal skills I was talking about earlier, but you've got to have the listening skills to hear what someone who's in a position to do something about it, a director or a dean or a department chair or the head of the string area or somebody, you want to pick up on the cues that say, you know, gee, if only we'd be really interested, that kind of thing. You have to listen for the subtle signals. And then you have to be prepared to figure out a business model where the revenue from the concerts could be the basis of a start. One of the other ways that you can figure out what's going to work in any given situation that you want to be in is with the audience. Those people that come back to share their enthusiasm with you as a concert is over and they're so happy, is start picking up on the signals as to whether there's enough interest and enough resources for that person to help fund it. And these are all things that the Takács did and have done as they work through the challenges of recording. They've been fundraisers.